Hey everyone, welcome back to Monday's home workout for this week. So all we need today is a single dumbbell to get after this one today. So let's get straight into our warm up for today. So we're gonna grab our dumbbell or our kettlebell, whatever we have, and we're just gonna do some light Rdls. So taking our weight out front, feet shoulder width apart, we're gonna soften our knees, drive those hips back. We're not aiming to go all the way down to the ground, we're just working on that hip hinge. So down just below our knees, then driving up through our heels, squeezing our glutes, tucking our pelvis under. If you've got a barbell, you can obviously use a barbell if you want on these. We're going to go for 8 reps. Slow controlled, main emphasis is on you, keeping that chest nice and upright, shoulders squeezed back down together, and all the movement coming from that hip hinge before driving back up to that top position. Once you get 8 reps done, we're going to take our dumbbell, press it over our head, warm up those shoulders, the rotator cuff stabilization muscles. We're going to go 20 seconds on our right side, and then we're going to drop it down, and we're going to go 20 seconds on our left side. Elbow locked out, head through, full extension at the top, 20 seconds each side, as little to no arch in your lower back as possible. Once we've done that, we're going to come down to the ground, and we're going to loosen out the lower body a little bit. Okay, so we're going to go into a push-up position. From there, we're going to take our right foot, we're going to bring it up to our right hand. We're going to reach that elbow down towards the floor, and then we're going to rotate it up and around. We're going to bring our hand down to the floor, step back, step forward the opposite side, elbow down, rotate, reach. Okay, that's 2. We're going to go 4 each side, 8 in total. Open up those hips and groins so we're ready for our Metcon. Once we get through 8 reps of those, 4 each side, let's get 2 more rounds done, just to get properly warmed up and loosened out. Okay guys, so our workout today is going to be 2 minutes of work, followed by 1 minute of rest. We're going to be going for 6 rounds in total. Okay, so during the minute of work, your focus is on your movement quality. Okay, so only working through good repetitions where your posture is maintained, your technique is maintained, not getting into a position where you're so tired that everything becomes sloppy and the risk of injury goes up. So during that minute, you might work for 30 seconds, drop the dumbbell down, take a 5-second rest, maybe 3 or 4 breaths, pick it up and go again for the remaining time. You might stop at 50 seconds, allow yourself 10 seconds to get a few breaths before you transition into the second movement. And same thing then with the second movement. You might be going for 30, 40 seconds, rest quickly and go again. So break up that minute of work as needed. Focus again, as usual, on technique. You want to come out of this Metcon injury free. Okay, so the goal is not to be injured coming out of it and to build up some good habits of good technique. Okay, so the 2 movements are alternating dumbbell snatch. So straightforward enough, guys, done a lot of these movements during our home workouts over the last year. Okay, so pick a dumbbell that you have that's challenging. A few deep breaths, stand over your dumbbell. Remember, we're gonna bend our knees, drive our hips back, pop, up and through. It's up to you if you want to change hands up here before coming down, or you can change it on the way down, or you can go all the way down to the ground and change it. Okay, so we're gonna go 1 minute, as many reps as possible. One end of the dumbbell must touch the ground at the bottom of each rep, and then a full lockout, elbow, shoulder, knees, hips, everything straight at the top before coming down into our next rep. As I said, break up that minute as needed. Ideally, we got 6 rounds to do. We want you to be able to hit as close to the same amount of reps on round 1 and round 6. So if that means, as I said, working for 20 or 30 seconds, dropping the dumbbell down, literally giving yourself 5 seconds to take 2 or 3 deep breaths, pick it up and go again, and stopping a little bit short of the full minute so that when the next movement starts on the next minute, you can go straight into it. What happens a lot of people on these Metcons is they keep going all the way to the end of the minute on the snatches, and then I say transition to the next movement. They put the dumbbell down, they've used a full minute, they're already eating into their second minute of work, missing out on reps, and they're there breathing, trying to catch their breath. Before they know it, 10 or 15 seconds of that second movement, time has elapsed and gone, and they haven't even a rep done. Just bear that in mind. The second movement is going to be burpees. We're going to go, ideally, if possible, chest down to the ground, standing up at the top, clap your hands overhead before going back down. We can scale it as usual, going straight arms or a small raised platform if needed. Okay. Be strict with yourself on these. Make sure you stand up fully at the top of each of those reps. Okay, and try and get into a nice, smooth rhythm. On the way down on the burpee, one thing we want to work on today is that we're not using too much energy going chest down to the ground. So I'm going to show you a bad rep, okay, and then a good rep. So, firstly, a bad rep would look like this. Okay, really slow, I'm doing a negative push-up on the way down, versus efficient, fast, smooth, straight down to the ground. Okay, so think about that when we are doing our burpees today, whatever version we're doing. Let's try and be fast on the way down. Second thing we want to work on is foot position. So if I go super narrow, my feet, I've said this in class before, and I kick my feet in, trying to come out of the burpee, okay, what happens is it ends up being very leg dominant, quad dominant. You need to have super good flexibility to get away with that. Some people can, but if you're stiff and tight, it's going to be something that's going to really kind of hold you back. So instead of kicking narrow, I try and kick a little bit wider and outside my hips. So I'm going to show you a bad rep, and then I'm going to show you a more efficient rep. Okay, so bad rep would look like that. Good rep for me. Out wide, you can stand up and go back down to my next repetition. Okay guys, so as said, 1 minute alternating dumbbell snatches, 1 minute of burpees, followed by minute 3, we're gonna get a full minute of rest before starting another round. Your score is gonna be all your snatches, all your burpees added together over your 6 rounds. Hope to see you guys on Zoom.